Coffee is hot, vape is filled. Let's get into part 2, baby. Headphones going on. Let's go. I am recording, right? Hold on. Rebirth. Oh, fuck. I'm excited to see this. Alright, good. It is recording.
Shut up! Shut up! Every sound boy, shut up! Pack up your little dub plates and put them in a suitcase and go away with them! Yes, I am. Rubbish!
I ain't gonna lie. I thought this was gonna taste like shit. Let's fucking go. Hopefully I'll mute my mic so you don't hear me chewing. My bad. I did that trying to be funny. I was gonna be like, here, let me show you this. And then I realized after I started chewing how bad of a fucking idea that was. So I apologize if you guys had to hear that. My bad. Let's go. Gobstopper Records. I fucking love that shit.
In the wake of 2010, you could feel a palpable shift in the kinds of tracks producers were making in the UK. Producing grime music had previously been an activity confined to a small, tight-knit group of producers who ran in the same circles as the MCs. People like Terra Danger, Danny Weed, The OK, Teddy Music. And of course, a lot of the MCs themselves were prolific producers of early grime music, with Wiley's square wave Esky composition arguably being the most important legacy of the genre as far as sound production goes.
I still can't get over that, man. He made his own fucking sound. Get out of here.
However, the new cohort of grime producers were an eclectic bunch coming from unusual places. Zombie and Khan and Neek were well-known producers in dubstep before they started making grime tracks. Bok Bok was previously known for putting out innovative club music, but suddenly revealed himself to have an impeccable instinct for grime production. And Darky Freaker was making sample-based 140 beats that seemed to meet perfectly at the intersection between grime and Southside trap, a sound that eventually caught the ear of our main boy Danny Brown, who would go on to use Darky Freaker's Blueberry track on his single
Fucking Danny Brown? Hell yeah!
It caught the ear of our main boy Danny Brown, who would go on to use Darky Freaker's Blueberry track on his single Pills and Cocaine. All of these new grime producers came together with their respective styles to herald in a new era of grime music that encompassed sounds from across the electronic music spectrum. There were a few circumstantial reasons for this grime renaissance, but perhaps the most important one was the waning popularity of another genre which had been dominant in UK underground music for over half a decade. Dubstep had been an unbelievable force in the UK scene owing to the ingenuity of its producers, from OGs like Mala, Koki, Benga and Scream to creative talents that emerged later on like Burial, Zombie and James Blake. But by 2010, dubstep was quickly falling from grace due to the arrival of artists like Skrillex and Circus Records, who brought this over-compressed, distorted sound that became incredibly popular internationally, but put all the old dubstep heads in the UK right off.
Fuck, eh? See, I didn't know that, man. To me, that is fascinating, man. To know that, like, because, you know, mainstream hip-hop is so completely different from underground hip-hop. To me, it's fascinating to hear that mainstream dubstep is completely different from, like, underground dubstep, to the point that the actual underground dudes were turned off by the fucking... That's some fucking real shit, man. That's awesome.
Splintering off in loads of different directions. However, those who'd grown up listening to dubstep still wanted to hear fast beats, quick mixes and reloads, and it was the new wave of grime instrumentals that served perfectly to fill that void. So, By 2012, grime music suddenly ended up back on everyone's radars. There was a renewed interest in all facets of the genre from new fans. Where could they find more grime instrumentals? Where did this music come from? And perhaps most importantly of all, who were the MCs that started it all? The people who'd managed to create one of the UK's most exciting cultural movements from the deprived backdrops of inner city London. In 2012, the godfather of the grime scene, Wiley, brought back Eskimo Dance, the legendary night which had been the main place to hear grime at the height of the genre's popularity. There'd been a 7-year hiatus, and nobody really knew how exactly this would pan out. One of the events got uploaded to YouTube, and I remember trying hard to keep my expectations decidedly tempered, until I got to about 3 minutes in when I heard this familiar voice.
Oh no!
Yeah, Eskimo, what's good? Oi, oi! Big up BBK, myself, Fleur in the building. Look, after the O-I-R with the
Yeah, baby!
exclamation. Yeah!
No
Flirta
way!
was on the set,
That's
and he was
fucking dope,
murking.
man.
Been about boys in secondary school, coolish. Mum didn't raise no fool, that would be foolish.
Flub just
Oh
seemed
my
to be
God.
everywhere on this set. You could hear his siren sound effects after reloads. You could hear him doing ad-libs over other people's bar.
Wait a minute, is that where Charlie Sloth got the sirens too? Like, was he the fucking, like, dude that laid all that out? Is that the reason why we have those noises now? That's fucking cool, man.
I'm not scared of the evil element, ain't in a man. Lord, tell me I won't so. Never man would even jump over the train barrier.
And remember that funny bar
Let's
from
go.
Hype Hype where Flirts is doing the voice of himself and the girl he's chirps in? As weird as that bar is, almost 10 years down the line, every single person in the Eskimo Dance crowd seems to know it.
And I was like, oh yeah. You got it. She was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. Don't you know? I know.
That's the shit, man.
I know.
Yes, shout out to that dumbass bar, that is grime heritage. Sounded sick, Flirts. The night reached an atmospheric peak when the king
that
of grime
JME?
himself, Wiley, burst onto the stage.
Everybody knows from day when I said I was, but nobody took me. So now I say,
There he is!
It's Wiley and I'm getting hyper. I can't do it.
Oh my god! That's fucking dope, man.
Little
Oh
did
my
we know,
God.
The best reload of the night was still to come, just around the corner. DJ Cameo drops Eskimo, Wiley's landmark square wave instrumental from 2002. As Wiley prepares to deliver his last 16, coincidentally after missing the drop of his own tune, our boy Flirts is lurking in the backdrop just out of shot. I'm going to run this clip and I want you to put everything to the side and just enjoy one of the best moments in grime of the last 10 years.
Oh, let's go, baby.
I'm actually excited for
Was that Big Nasty on the stage too? Right here? Right here? Hell yeah.
the best moments in grime of the
That
last
is.
10 years. I'm actually excited for you right now. Okay, let's do it.
Yo, Eskimo, then I might say about like, I wonder if I don't tell him who's gonna start trying to drop my new style like, then I might say about like, I wonder if I don't tell him who's gonna start trying to drop my new style like, I'm
Oh my god, dude.
They got the king in it.
That's fucking mad.
That's fucking nuts, man. Seeing it every time, man, it fucking gets me just pumped.
To be completely honest here in saying that in all the years I've been alive on this planet, few things have given me the happiness I get from seeing Flubs get this massive wheel right here. In just one moment, it encapsulates everything I love about this kind of music, and Flirta D as an MC. Creativity,
That's awesome,
energy,
man.
and never quite knowing what's going to happen next. I felt that this moment was a worthy commemoration of Flirta D's legacy in grime music. Bizarre, unpredictable, and if nothing else, memorable as hell. Almost 10 years after Warp Speed, Flirta D was once again moving crowds by making noises that nobody else could. This style he has isn't a joke or a gimmick. Put quite simply, it's one of the most creative and compelling examples of music lyricism I've ever come across, and probably ever will come across. Genius can occur in many forms and in any musical genre, but I for one am so glad that Flirta D found a home for his very unique talent with us in grime. Since 2012, Grime has been in a much better place. You can now see Grime MCs and DJs being booked alongside the biggest names at festivals and raves. And if you're a Grime artist in 2019, your ends are no longer confined to Boat E3 or North Wheezy or even the UK. Your ends could be the Czech Republic, or Russia,
Oh my god, no way.
or Canada, Australia,
You see my face? You better be doing it right, boys. Russia I was cool with, Czech I was cool with, but it said Canada, I'm like, hold on. We better pay respect.
Canada, Australia, Brazil,
See, that was better than ours.
Carburador foi furando sozinho, roncou de Bradock, mas ficou pegado em cada vielo menor revoltado, guiado pelo onipotente.
Get the fuck out of here, that is the shit! Oh my god, even in Brazil, that's dope.
Tu gosta de guerra gastando cartucho do...
or France, or
What is
Japan.
What the fuck, man?
What started off as a group of teenagers spitting lyrics in East
That
London
is
basements
fascinating,
is
dude.
now a fully fledged international phenomenon.
That's fucking dope. Oh, I'll break the damn spacebar for that. Hell, fuck! That is the shit, man. It's literally all over the freaking world now, man. Hell yes! That's incredible. Wow!
The big grime stars of 2019 are no longer having to sanitize their sound to get record deals. Over the past few years, we've seen UK MCs like Skepta, Stormzy, AJ Tracy, and most recently, Slow Tie.
By the way, AJ Tracy has a track out with Mo Stacks. I just checked out Mo Stacks yesterday. It wasn't for a video or nothing like that. His Daily Duppy just happened to start playing while I was chilling in my room. Dude, he's kind of cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like gangster type of music, like drug type music really ain't my thing, but he did have some lyrical fucking shit in there, man. So he's dope.
UK MCs like Skepta, Stormzy, AJ Tracy, and most recently, Slow Tie, receiving
I'm a pause on AJ Tracy. I still have a bad feeling. You don't leave Mike alone, motherfucker.
massive international acclaim and commercial success.
I'm weird like that, man. For the longest time, I wouldn't react to Wiley because Devlin dissed him. But I definitely gotta fucking check out more Wiley for what he did for the fucking scene. He started the fucking scene, and now it's all over the world. That is insane, man.
Pushing sounds which are unapologetically grime. Having people like this at the top of festival lineups worldwide can only mean more good things to come for people who make and listen to this music. And as for Flirta D, he's still being Flirta D.
So I'm just going to be bobbing my head and doing sound effects and just basically pretending to be Flirta D for the rest of the show. Keep it locked in.
Over the past few years, against the backdrop of a healthier grime scene, Flirt has been developing and refining his art form as a veteran of the sound. All of the clips you've been seeing in this vid of Flubs doing pitch slides, spitting in reverse, doing the street fight sound effects, all of that stuff has come
That spitting in reverse shit is nuts, man.
from freestyles recorded in the last 5 years. It genuinely still makes me excited watching him on the mic and wondering what he's going to do next. To say that Flirts is highly regarded in the grime scene is something of an understatement. Every time Flirt is in a crowd of MCs, you can clearly see the admiration people have for him. Hearing Flirta D's trademark sound effects gets an immediate visceral response from everyone in the room.
You're damn right it does.
Why you fucking with Flirta D? Let me get it up and I'm a lyrical Trinity. Put it every day, I be the KB, the KB, I'm
Oh my god, man.
Get out! Finished.
However, in spite of how highly regarded Flirts is in the scene, I feel like he's often criminally overlooked in articles, journals, and biographic retrospectives which have been written about grime since the genre blew up in more recent years. You can see why this would be. Flirts wasn't part of Wiley's foundational Roll Deep squad, he never went on to rise to massive commercial success, and it's easy to look at him as a quirky outsider of the genre rather than a trendsetter. But the more you listen to the new generation of MCs in grime, who would have grown up listening to pirate radio when Flirt
I was gonna say, man, he is more of a trendsetter because fucking people do the noises now, man.
But the more you listen to the new generation of MCs in grime, who would have grown up listening to pirate radio when Flirta was on the airwaves, the more you start to realize that he has left a bigger legacy than a lot of people give him credit for.
Oh, that's Mez! I've reacted to one video of his, couldn't understand a damn word.
E-L-I to the S, you get hit with a flows on wet with a beat, so yeah, so you go like forward and backwards, forward to myself like yeah, so you go like
Break your jaw, that's break your law, that's raise the floor, that's
That's all cool, man, but it just sounds like they're copying him. No offense. Fuck.
Merman, I break your jaw, that
Flirta D's contribution to grime goes beyond what you can read in a Wikipedia entry or in the pages of a discography. He committed himself so fiercely to a niche conceptual lyrical style and did it so well that his art form took on a life of its own outside of him and became something bigger. A legacy of lyricism built from noise that everyone in the genre now draws inspiration from. That's not an insignificant thing in a genre which has become one of England's biggest cultural exports, and it's something that I've always thought Flirta deserved way more credit for than people are usually willing to give him. Whenever I hear MCs using these rhythmic noise effects in their bars, I think of it as a subtle nod to Flirta D's legacy, his talent and his penchant for experimentation with noise at a time when few other people were doing it. Flirta D, the style, will outlive Flirta D, the guy, and I think that's kind of a nice thought.
Knowing that you set a trend and people, and there's a lot of people out there that I wouldn't say copy, but they're trying to make.
Yeah, they run off the thing. It's alright. It's like the shows I'm inspirational, innit?
You're damn right,
music,
man.
Flirta D reminds people that the hardest of bars can come from the unlikeliest of places. And whenever I see him on a set, it reminds me of a more universal message. That sometimes it's better to be the master of something weird that only you can do than to try and fit in with what everyone else is doing.
Fucking right, baby.
Success comes when you lean into your strengths, whatever they may be and however weird they may seem. Every generation will have a Dizzy or a Skepta or a Stormzy, a superstar who can appeal to everyone and bring underground sounds to wider audiences. But what's far more rare is finding an artist who full-heartedly commits to the most alienating form of the craft, but does it so well that it becomes part of the genre's internal vocabulary.
Yeah,
But
man.
Basically, we'll only ever have one Flirta D, and whatever happens in grime from here on out, I want to hear him busting Street Fire effects, spitting in reverse, and drilling syllables till the day I'm sitting on my deathbed.
Hell
And
yeah.
on that day, I'll summon the doctors to my room, and they'll be like, "What's up, sir?" And I'll be like, "You see that monitor in the corner right there? You wire that shit up, and you put on Flirta D's Veteran Shower Down Freestyle from 2012, because I'm gonna die, and I want that to be the last thing I see before I leave this planet." And I'll like die so happy.
Oh, one thing I want to check. What do you say there?
Because
Flirta D Veteran Showdown.
I'm gonna die, and I want that to be the last thing I see before I leave this planet. And I'll like die so happy.
That was fucking cool, man. No way.
If you're still here, thanks a lot for watching my vid, and nice to see you here on the other side. Since my last video, I've had a fair amount of very generous people chipping me funds on Patreon. If you're one of those people, thank you so much, it means a lot.
Cool,
There's another
man.
special thank you which I want to give out before we close this thing off, and it goes out to a group of people who go largely unnoticed but are incredibly important to the ecosystem of grime as it exists now in 2K19. These are the people who, during Grime's early years, filmed the MCs, recorded radio sets, and held on to DVDs, and years later have dedicated themselves to archiving this stuff on YouTube.
Cool.
Without these archivers, people like me literally would never have got to experience the early years of this genre, which I'm now so fond of. And I also wouldn't have been able to make this vid, so I owe them a massive debt of gratitude. I'm gonna shout out as many of them as I can think of. Sorry if you're one of these people and you're not included in this list, know that you are still loved. Cameraman Sketch, Risky Roads, Silver Drizzle, obviously, Media Gang, Grime Librarian, yes it's Vats HD, Get Darker, The Grime Historian, Raw Flavor Records, Original London Pirate Radio, Riz Latif, Grime Street, Old Grime, Da Metal Messiah, Mr. Channel OK, Voom Voom, Ninky Ruse, Danny C Grime Time, Funny Tummy 86, Bootlegs to Shootlegs, British Grime Garage Music History, Bruv Blood Fam, Cheeky But Nice, Grime Memories, The Grimy BMT 140, Bare Bones Beats. Bless up, everyone.
I'll
be back
cool,
on my political bullshit for the next video. In the meantime, I've made this children's nursery rhyme version of Function on the Low, which I'm going to use to play you out.
Alright, man. Dude, that was fucking cool, man. Like I said in my part 1, it's fascinating for me to watch this type of shit, man, because not only do I get to find out about an artist and a person, man, I also found out what he did to the scene, what was going on around in the scene at the time that he was doing this type of stuff, and then to also see, man, that this one dude influenced the whole fucking grime thing to how it is now, man. And to me, that's fucking fascinating, dude, because you can't, yes, other people might make noises, dude, but it takes, he was the first one to fucking, you know how much balls that fucking takes? Like, seriously, man. The fucking cojones on this dude are insane, man. And to me, that is fucking it's respectful as hell, man. I almost said disrespectful, which I didn't mean. But goddamn, man, for you to do that, and Wiley to make his own freaking Esky beats, dude. Like, what? That is just next level thinking, man. And it just freaking fascinates me. And I'm thankful to be able to learn about something like this, man, because like I said, being able to go back, it's one thing to react, listen to grime, and learn about it through the tracks, but to be able to get this information fed to me, like, you know, straight to me, straight facts about how things were made, how the grime scene popped off, I fucking love this, man. It's freaking fascinating. I love documentaries, and I love hip-hop, so to find out, like I said, just how this whole scene came together is it's beautiful, man. I love this shit. Like, I don't know how far back American history or American hip hop history goes. I mean, it probably goes back pretty far, and there are probably videos on it, but at the same time, man, it's like I said, I grew up in it, so to me to learn about it, it's kind of like I've learned a lot. So to learn about grime scene, and then to fucking see that it is literally all over the world. That is nuts. Shout out to Brazil, by the way. I think that is fucking dope that you got, and Japan, that you guys do grime. I mean, yeah, Canada does grime too. Yeah, that was alright. I'm just ragging on our own shit, but goddamn, man. It was amazing to freaking learn about you, Flirta D. So I'm definitely going to check out that Veteran Showdown as well. And he also said too, man, all the clips that he showed was everything from the past 5 years. That's fucking cool, man. To me, it shows that the guy is still out there, still doing it, still influencing, still doing it, man. It's amazing. He's a true MC and purely in it for his heart and not in it for the cash, man. It's beautiful. There's rare gems, and he is definitely one of them. It's fucking awesome, man. I'm gonna end the ramble, but I fucking enjoyed this, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Have an awesome day wherever you might be at, man. Go after your dreams the best that you fucking can, man. I know that we're all stuck inside, but at least try to make a little movement every day towards the next step. Baby steps, motherfuckers. I was gonna say baby steps, baby. As I always used to say, man, just baby steps. You don't have to fucking make a leap all in one day. Things will still fall into place. Stay positive, guys. I love you, and I will catch you in the next one, alright? Peace out, y'all.